Hey guys, welcome to the show. I hope you have an awesome day. I'm supposed to do the rap part, and I haven't done that because Trey's not here to remind me. But here I go. All right. Hello, guys. Losing my mind. I'm a rhyme. Yelling out loud. What am I doing? I cry. Now I got a beat. Sorry when I'm late, but I had to run around and never knew that I could bait. And now I get it gone because I'm writing these songs metaphorically long. Only if I can't be. Only if I knew my strong times they go, but I flow when I'm not of this. Now I gotta know. Oh, I'm trying to get to Facebook so I can share this link. Only if I knew sometimes I could bust it that and I scream. Oh, yes, out loud. What am I doing now? Running around in circles like I got to feel it. How? When and where must I stare with chocolate milk cow? Got it so yummy like a big brown cow. I gotta think it. Did you really know what I could be? I could run around the circles and I'm waiting for me. Now I did it because I never get it calm. Now I got to say it because I feel like overcome. Bass, drums, melodies, everything that's happening me, and they be trying to take me, and I still can't understand it's me. Yes, here I go again. One plex, and now I gotta scrim. Then I know that I'll never do it. I never seagull. Like this was something else. And a seagull. Did you see the images for the new Little Mermaid? I'm more appalled by flounder and the hay. And only if we got the crab doesn't look like a crab at all. I don't even know what I'm doing. I gotta bust it, y'all. Yes, yes, only if I go. Yes, yes, and only if I really flow. I trip it when I rip it, and I say that I know I did what I was doing. Now I'm out of gun.
Are you looking for a different kind of podcast? How about informative and clean? It will make you laugh. Scout and Trey, yeah, that's what we do. We got a little funny thing, keeping it true. Hey, we take your topics and all your ideas and bring in a guest and we answer them there. Then we make a freestyle rap and do it for you. Yeah, that's what we do. Yeah, that's what we do. Yep, flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you. This is what we do now. This is what we do. Say it flows for you, flows for you.
Well, hello, everybody. Sorry for being confusing. As you can see, Trey is not here today, but I have an amazing guest. Tanisha, how are you doing today?
I am good. How are you? Thank you
I'm
so much for
excited
having me on the
because
show.
you're way more qualified than anybody ever I've had on the show. So that you're a beatboxer and a rapper and just an amazing person altogether. This is gonna
Well,
be a fun
not like
time.
a not a
You're
professional
not like
rapper,
me.
but I,
You're like, I'm not.
yeah,
Let me
like
explain. We're not on the same level. I just need you to
right.
know that.
Right. Like my house, I like to just, put some words together and just have fun,
Yeah,
So
I've been doing this. I've been freestyling an hour a day every single day for 24 years.
really, that is
Yeah,
awesome.
it was
That's
just
super
something I
cool.
started doing, and I always loved hip hop. I didn't know it was gonna make my life, but
Yeah,
it's so cool
that's
the way that it
awesome.
works.
Can I
So
tell you a cool story?
uh, yeah, sure, go for it.
With your hip hop, with your hip hop blend. So but you did this like for an hour, like every single day for 24 years. Like, did you like perform or did you just kind of like do this? Like,
No, no. So when you wake up in the morning,
yeah,
you know how you like pray or talk to yourself or whatever you do. Uh,
yeah.
I would pray and then I would just do a random rap as I'm walking around or I'm like at the grocery store and I'll be like, oh, look at the pizzas. There's some Tombstone. Now I see because I got the home ran pizza from Illinois. And I'm just reading all the pizzas and I'm walking around the store.
Oh,
So you do that every single day. You get really pretty good at it. And when I
that's
first started, it
awesome.
was like I would just repeat the same line every like four lines. And the guys would
Yeah.
be like, you're cheating. And I'd be like, yeah, but you can't.
Like,
You can't do it.
you
I
know
remember
every
like in
single.
middle school, like a football team, and they were like, nah, bro, that's you're not good. And I'm like, okay. But I
Right.
was. Um, I know this is my app. But all right, so we're gonna start with the headlines of the week. Are you ready for your headline of the week? I'll tell
Okay.
you mine. My headline week is ESPN stole one of my songs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
What?
yeah, it's
Oh my.
crazy. It's a great story. Why don't you tell me
So
your headline? What's your headline?
my headline is I lost in a game on playing Oculus. That's what I say.
Ooh, sounds good. Where I was just talking to my son about Beat Saber. So
Really?
anyways,
Huh.
yes, he was he was watching a YouTube video of making a Beat Saber Lego room.
The
So
Lego
he
room.
wanted to know what Beat Saber
Oh.
was.
Huh.
So I was like, yeah. So I'm excited to listen to your story. But so I was watching the NFL draft,
Yeah.
and I was watching it and on ESPN, and they had a commercial for the new women's in ESPN channel,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it goes, yeah, 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 yeah. Change is gonna come now. Something like that. That's pretty cool. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. But in 2009, I wrote a song called "Change is gonna come now," and it goes,
Really?
whoa, 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 change is
No
gonna come now. I'm not
way.
even playing.
No way.
Um, yeah, yeah,
Same melody and everything.
yeah. No, even the beat kind of sounds like it, which made me
Oh
laugh.
my gosh.
The only trick here is that I paid uh have you heard of a guy named Pigeon John before?
Sounds familiar.
He's like a he used to be a Christian rapper, and now he's like, if you've seen a Butterfinger commercial, that's him. He does this song called
Really?
The Bomb. He does all kinds of stuff. He's awesome, one of my favorite rappers. So anyways, I
Cool.
had him on the album that I did in 2009
Nine?
uh
Yeah.
or 2007. I don't remember now, my brain's not working. But I had him on the song, and so I sent him the beat, sent the idea of the song, and he
Mhm.
came back with that chorus. So there's a high chance that that whatever inspired him inspired them.
Yeah.
And so, and we had so many samples on that album, we definitely didn't get any copyright protection, so there's nothing I can do about it anyways.
Oh goodness.
It was like we probably had like 2 mil worth of samples.
Are you
Yeah.
serious? Oh my goodness.
And my producer refused to clear them, and so I have a good friend
Oh.
from old school hip hop. His name's Speech. He's in a group called Arrested Development,
Yeah.
and I hit him up, and he was like,
Like the
"Yeah,
actual Arrested Development?
yeah,
Oh my gosh,
yeah."
really
He
nice.
was on the show like last year,
Wow, that's
and
awesome.
so yeah, it's only because he's my friend. He actually showed up an hour early and was like, "I'm
Really?
booked. This is my 7th show, so we can start now, or we don't." And I was like, "We'll start now then."
Start
Uh,
now.
and so I was like, "Yeah, that's crazy." And so, but he was like, "You know what? Just release it for free, get everybody's email addresses,
Yeah.
and then just see what happens." And with that
Nice.
album, it had over like 30,000 downloads, which is cool. But I made
Oh my gosh.
$0.
Zero
Um,
dollars.
and it was probably
All of
mainly
your
because of
intellectual property.
yeah, just boop in the world. And now it's funny, like now, if I were to look back at it, I would totally done it different because I even think about like the Great album,
Mhm.
that was done by the dude that produced Crazy. Um,
No,
he
no
did a
clue
Great
what
album
that
where
is.
he did Jay-Z's Black album, but then he
Yeah.
actually took all the instruments from the Beatles White album and then
Oh
remade
my.
all the beats.
Are you kidding me?
No. It's dope. If you can find it
Wow.
somewhere, it's definitely worth a
Oh
listen.
my gosh.
But he definitely got a giant cease and desist, but it worked out for him because he later went on to
Oh
sing.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah.
I
You're
went
like,
way too long winded on that. Tell me
that's
about
good.
tell me about your Oculus situation.
Okay, so I have no idea. So my kids like have this Oculus. I'm trying to figure out like what this whole thing is about. I mean, it's just like a spaceship on your face. So they're like, "Hey, mom, just you need to play this. You need to play." So I'm like, "What is this whole thing?" And so they're like, "Look, you need to get in. You need to put it on your face." And so, mind you, I have this hair that, and I just got done washing it, so I had like a whole wrap on top of that. And they're like,
Nice.
"Okay, I can loosen it up. I just found this thing." So I have like it's on top of my head, and and the eye part is like right here. So I'm pulling it down like over my eyes. Oculus is like this, and I'm like, and they're like, "Okay, mommy, we want you to play Creed." I'm like, "Creed? Oh, okay. I saw the movie, so we can, I can try to figure out how to play this game." So here I am trying to like draw a boundary, not even able to really see how to even like figure myself out with this whole big thing on the top of my head. And I'm like, the match starts, and I'm like, he's like on his phone. So he's like, "Okay, I'm gonna get on my phone so that I can kind of direct you to figure out which team player that you're gonna play. Whatever you do, don't play like PvP, like player versus player, because they're gonna beat you up like right in the game. I'm like, well, what are you talking about? So who should I play? And so we were like, well, just play like do career or do something. And so like he finally helped me to figure out like which one to choose. I get into the match and I'm like looking around and they're like, okay, start your fight. And I'm looking at the guy and the guy in the Oculus is like coming at me. Like he's just standing there. And I'm like, with my hands, because I'm like, I have boxing gloves on. Because when you look inside the Oculus, you can see like these boxing gloves. So I'm like going towards him, and I was just like trying to put my hands like towards him, like because you know how you said touch hands. I'm like, okay, and so I'm touching these hands like with a boxer, and all of a sudden, like I'm trying to fight, and I'm like, I can't even like get my hands up fast enough to like fight him. Like before you know it, I'm just like trying to like, I'm like, hey, no, no. No skills in the Oculus game, but in real life, it's a different story. So I was like,
In real life, you knock some
you're not
fools
even
out.
fighting. You're not even.
Yeah.
So before you know it, like I was on the ground, and I'm like, and I'm looking down at the Oculus, and it shows like my team player is on the ground, and my kid like had to get in and like take the game over, and I was just like, "Mom, you lost. Like you cannot." I was like, "Well, give me a fitness game. Give me something that I can like." So
Like, give me some Mike
like,
Tyson punch out. I'll be killing that.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
make
like
me
show
be
me.
the. Don't make me be the actual person. I want to be a little tiny guy punching Mike
Yeah,
Tyson.
so I'm just like,
Yeah.
and it's like he's like, why are you dancing? It's like I thought this was gonna be like a dancing, like kickboxing dance. He was like, no, you gotta fight. And I'm like,
You said it was Creed, and you thought for some
yeah,
reason
it was
Creed
Creed.
was
Yeah,
a
it was the Creed game on Oculus. So
so
you
a
actually
boxing
fight.
game.
Yeah, so you're in an actual ring, like everything is like virtual. It looks like you're actually like
Were you just
playing.
dreaming that it was going to be a Michael B. Jordan like dancing around
Yeah, oh,
with no
yeah, like
shirt
that's what
on?
I
Is
thought.
this
I
what
was
was
like,
happening?
okay, I will be like the guy that actually like fought him that was really mean. I was like, I want to be that character because I just like saw his character in the movie, and I'm like, I think he's like one of the really good actors. I was like, okay, I'll be his character and I'll fight Michael B. Jordan. And I don't know, I got like this other Russian guy, and I was like, I didn't even choose the Russian guy. Like, how? Everything was a flop, and I was like, forget it. And I think like all my incandescents like dimmed after that, so I think I wasn't able to find it. But it was cool. Like it was like cool to see like how everything looks so real. Like every time you look around, you like see like an actual atmosphere of like a boxing. It was like scary at the same time. I was like, how did they
Yeah,
do this to make that?
yeah.
So
The world's
yeah,
crazy
but
these days. Um,
so
that's
so like
great.
my
That's an
headline for the
awesome
week.
one.
Yeah.
That's a good headline. Our comments are going off because Jaime just likes me immensely. He goes, I just finished Star Wars Rebels. Is that what you're talking about? Where's DJ Sound Effects? DJ Sound Effects is on took a vacation day. He took some PTO from the podcast, so he's just lounging in the Bahamas. I don't know where he is, but he just needed the day off, and here at Flows for You, we have a very generous vacation schedule. So it's very important for our customers for our clients. I don't know. Hi, my name is Jason. I'll name drop right now. Yeah, that's fair. That was me. What do you do, Tanisha? Which we'll talk about in a few seconds. Jaime is my backup co-host. So right now he's backup co-hosting. He's just trying to make sure that everything's good to go. If you let Jason talk, he'll go, and go,
Go, go,
and go.
go. It's part of the
So,
show.
yep, it's what I do. I am a professional talker. My son is just like me. My daughter can't talk yet, so she doesn't do that, but she's gonna. So it'll be good. All right, so no quiz today, but we will still press the quiz button because it's fun to see things.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm trying to get ready here. Here we go. Here we go. Here was our headlines of the week. Oh, there you go. Headlines of the week. We totally missed that. And I'm overproducing today.
Nice.
And it's time for a quiz, even though we're not doing a quiz.
Okay.
But it's that time, that segment time. What we're gonna do is me and Tanisha, we're gonna come up with motivational posters, and I'm gonna try to throw it into Mid Journey, and we're gonna each have our own motivational poster that we're gonna design right now. And we'll see who has the best motivational poster, and then we're done. So sounds good.
Sounds good.
All right, and so, you want me to start, Tanisha?
Yeah, go ahead and start so I can kind
Are
of.
we going to have any kind of rules and regulations? Like, what is our motivational for? What is our motivational poster for? Is it should we have the same? We should have the same idea, right? Like,
Yeah.
we shouldn't like I just have a better idea than you, or you just have a better idea than me. So where is the world of motivation? Is it like being a good worker? Is it gonna be? What do you think? We're gonna have motivational poster? Where's this motivational poster gonna be at?
This motivational poster is going to be,
Is it in our personal studios? Is it gonna be in the office? Is it gonna be in somebody's HR department? Is it gonna be um at a army surplus? I don't know.
I think it's gonna be like where the Statue of Liberty holds her torch. It's gonna be like right there. So it's gonna be, in front of that.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. That might be more
How's
difficult
that?
than I want it to be. That's great. Great. It makes me laugh. All right. So
Imaginary.
my motivational poster is going to be a kitten riding a surfboard with a backwards hat. And it says
Come on, laugh it out. Laugh it out.
uh,
A kid with a surfboard with a cat with a hat on backwards. This is
um
real
yes, and
motivation.
with a hat backwards, and it says totally liberal.
Totally liber what?
Liberal, like radical,
Oh,
but Statue of Liberty.
oh, I like that.
Totally liberal. Um,
I like that.
I should get Jaime to do this for us. Jaime, are you in front of your computer? Can you put together some posters for us as we're doing this?
Cool.
All right, so that's what I got. I got a surfboard. Got a cat with a surfboard. Yep, that's mine. What do you got?
I think I have a I have a not that one. Oh, let's see here. So I have a stick man with a bowl of I'm just like making this up as I go.
Yeah, no.
Let's see
Did
here.
you hear mine? Yeah.
I know. With a bowl of let's see here. With a bowl of berries in one hand and in the other hand a bowl of barbecue. And it's standing on the Statue of Liberty. And he's saying, have a very wonderful life and eat barbecue.
Oh wow. All right. Here we go. You're gonna love this. You're gonna have to say it one more time as I'm doing two things at one time. So,
But it could be vegan. It doesn't have to be like me. It could be like barbecue carrots.
this is hilarious. It's not gonna work out the way I want it to, but it's still pretty great.
Boom, boom, boom. You got to put the sound effect.
This
I
is
told
great.
you I would totally improvise because I'm like, okay, I'm
Yeah,
just
no,
gonna
no,
make this
you're
up and
fine.
have fun.
Let me pop this here and then go. Here we go. Here's mine. We're gonna first take off the thing. Boom, boom, boom. Put that there.
Did you actually make something?
Yeah, you're gonna see in a second. It's hilarious. Let's see, and we're gonna go share.
I don't even know how to make it.
Oh, I'll take care of it.
Okay.
And then we'll go. Where you at, buddy? Oh, window. All right, and so here's my posters.
I like it. How'd you do that fast?
I'll show you in a second. So, but there you go. There's mine, and you're just gonna have to say it says totally Totally Liberty, Totally Liberty, Total Liberty,
Wow.
Total Liberty. There it is. Total Liberty. Oh, but all together, so it looks like totally.
Yeah.
Total Liberty Tubular. Yeah, I like that. Totally Liberty Tubular. So there you go. There's mine. Let's
Cool.
unshare and oh, 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 he's here. What's up, man?
Nice.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Hey, what's up, man?
Trying to change my audio so it's more soothing for me.
Tanisha, this is Jay Pineapples. He is one of my good friends, and he has lots of web shows that he does, and
Nice.
he's very awesome. He is on his phone in the boondocks, probably watching his kid do horse stuff. Is what I
Yes.
imagine is happening. And so, all right. So,
I am out.
describe.
Here we go.
Hello.
Oh, dude.
Hello. I am out and about, so I thought I could help out a little bit since I'm out here. And
Cool.
since Jason's trying to do the job of three guys, I
Yeah,
could try
I
to do
know.
something.
Well, so all
He's
right. So it's a
busy.
stick.
You gave someone vacation time. That was issue number one.
Yeah, makes sense.
Issue number two was not having him find someone to fill in for you.
Yeah,
But
well,
that
I
tells
try
me
to.
that's because it happened last minute too. That's what that means.
Yes, but also I try my hardest to be okay with doing it by myself because it's my show. So, but I had a really great idea that it was gonna work, but I didn't have enough time to finish it. But I have designed a robo tray that actually follows the words that I say. So I actually been through the whole show with a robo tray.
We need
Wow.
that.
It was great, but I wasn't ready in time.
That's
So
okay.
here
Hi,
we
Tanisha.
go.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out how I can get myself on my phone so this takes up the whole screen, but that's okay. I'm doing fantastic. Oh, can I tell you what happened? Can I tell you what happened on my weekend, Tanisha? While Jason's
Tanisha,
get-
real
I
quick.
wanna
So
know.
it's a stick figure
Oh, sorry.
holding a bowl of cherries.
Berries, that is. Because you have to
all
say
right.
I have a berry.
Full of berries. All right, and what else does he have?
He has some barbecue in the other hand.
Barbecue
Don't ask
sounds
me why.
good.
It could be like barbecue carrots, like it could be vegan. It doesn't have to be meat, but whatever. But he has barbecue. It has barbecue sauce on it.
All right.
Barbecue
So
sauce.
you can talk to her now while I work on
Oh,
this.
okay.
Yeah. Tell me about your
All right. Tanisha, I had such a stressful last 2 weeks. I have a project that I was dealing on, but enough about that. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go splurge on myself for the weekend. So I got Mexican food one day. I got sushi another day. I got buffalo wings, which are
Showing
expensive, right? But I was like, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I spent an obituary's worth of money on comic books this weekend.
Did you?
Now, yes. Do you know what I mean when I say an obituary's worth of comic books,
Tell
Tanisha?
me exactly what you mean.
That means that when my wife sees the bill, I'm going to be dead. But I feel so good right now,
Oh
and she
my
hasn't found
God.
it
You better
today.
hear me
So
read him.
I was like, there are some good books I grabbed this weekend. You know how it is, right? So I told everyone, I said, I'm gonna go get a manicure on Saturday. That's AKA code for buying a bunch of comic books.
Buying a bunch of
And then I
comic
went to get a
books.
pedicure on Sunday, which is code
More comic
for
books.
cataloging my comic books that I
Oh.
bought. And so I
Where's your
completely
reading time go?
decompressed.
So how'd you,
And
how are
look,
you gonna
I'm
read
out
those
here in the what do you call this out here?
in the atmosphere, in nature?
Outside?
Nature. Yes, I'm
Nature, yeah.
outside. The nature. I am in nature right now because my daughter, she's an equestrian. Tanisha, do you know what an equestrian is?
Oh no, I don't. Tell me what that is.
It's people
I'm
who
sorry.
ride
What are we on?
horses.
Are we doing a
This is
PBS
part of the
show
show.
now?
This is part of the show.
Sounds good.
I'm just filling in. That's all I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm
So I
interacting
want
with
to
her
know,
while
what
you
is
do your
equestrian?
magic.
Please help me understand. What is
Yes,
that?
please
An
explain this.
equestrian is someone who rides horses.
An equestrian.
So my daughter has a horse out here at the barn. See, I don't know if you can see the barn.
I see it.
Okay,
Oh
kind of.
wow.
But
Okay. Nice.
there's a horse on the opposite side of me over there on the caddy corner. Or you can't see, but that way. So anyway, that's what she does, and that's what we're out here doing.
Wow.
That's what she's doing.
Awesome. What's the name of the horse?
Monty.
Monty.
All horses have two names. Actually, I forgot what his other name is. Did you know that?
I did not know that. Why would they have two
So,
names? Like
so they
first and
have their
last,
regular
or
name
just
that you call them,
yeah?
and then they have the name that you bet on when you go to the racetrack.
Oh wow. So do
So,
they
Oh,
when they
respond
say,
differently when you call them?
I didn't know, I was like, what? But yeah, you know what? They'll be like, yeah, we got flaming horseshoes on lane 5, dances
And
with
then be like
hooves
it's
on
into
lane
character.
4. Yeah, that's their show
And then when
presence
they're back
character or
in
whatever.
nature, they're totally like Monty, I'm chilling, yo. But then when
They're
they're
like
that's
me.
ready
They're like, stop
hilarious.
calling me the wrong name. My name is Monty.
wow. It's interesting. Thanks for
How do
sharing
you know
that.
Jason?
Oh, she
Today.
doesn't. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Certified guy.
I mean, I have a whole thing to explain to you. I put a thing into place, and I got 10 people in a matter of 3 hours to be on the show.
okay.
So
You're that
here we go.
popular, huh, Jason?
Here we go. These here you go, Tanisha. Here are your options.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is super cool.
Yeah.
Which
Which
one's
one
your
of these?
favorite though,
Which
Tanisha?
one is four is your
Ah,
favorite?
I think the one with the berries and the guy, like, what is this with the leaf? Is there a leaf at the bottom? And there's like some
Yeah.
blueberries, and that's cool.
Yeah.
I
No,
like that.
I don't even know what's
On
happening in that picture.
the bottom
I don't
left
either,
hand
but it
corner?
looks cool. The bottom right hand corner. Well, for me, the bottom right hand corner, or maybe
Yeah,
it's the
it
top
Okay.
has a
left hand.
leaf, the
Yeah,
little green one.
yeah, with
The
the
one
little
that's
green one, the
blue,
blueberries
green.
inside the cup, and he has like a circle on his head with
Whoops.
the
Didn't mean to do that. I
yeah,
accidentally
like a
hit a
It's
button.
spoon or
okay.
something. Looks kind of cool. Mhm.
I
Yeah.
like the one next to that on the left. The one with the tree sprouting
With the
on
tree
his head.
sprout. That's nice.
Yeah. It
And
kind
again,
of
well,
reminds me of your hair. Like if there was a
Really?
little, you know what I mean? Like if
Little
there was a little
circle?
stalk
Yeah.
between your
berries.
head and your hair.
Huh. Oh wow. Yep. And it's the color.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's
Huh.
awesome.
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. Pretty
What would
creative.
your poster say now?
I don't even remember.
Just make some look at the
Oh,
pictures and just make some up.
it would say
Very impressive. You're very impressive.
very impressive.
Or
Me,
you're very good. Or
you're very.
thank you very much. What do you think? You got anything for a motivational poster of one of these pictures, Jaime?
You look like you
I
have
keep
something for it.
thinking you're very much on my mind.
You're very much on my mind. A
Yeah,
lot
you're
of
very
berries,
much on my
and they're in
mind.
the head.
All
So
right.
I guess that fits.
Well, there you go. That bit was
There you go.
not awesome. I apologize. I tried.
I liked it actually.
Oh, thank
It
Good
you.
just
job.
needs a little bit
Good
refining, but I
job.
like the idea of it,
Yeah.
Jason.
No.
And for the time that you had, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Well,
that's true
oh, so
too.
that's a thing called Mid Journey, Tanisha,
And
and it actually is it's a AI on Discord that will draw any
ooh,
picture that you want,
check it out.
and it
Have you
is
heard of
very
that,
cool.
Tanisha?
I've heard of the AI. I haven't heard of Journey, so I'm gonna put. Oh, you know what? Actually, I did. Yes, I've heard of Journey. It's like this
It's Mid
generator,
Journey,
right?
but yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Hmm.
yeah, yep, definitely. Yeah, I do.
It's
That's cool.
addicting, Tanisha. Like
It
I'm
is.
not an artist, but I
Mhm.
do love words because I like to talk a lot. If you haven't figured that part out
I
yet,
understand.
yeah. And so when I get in there, and that's all you do is you enter words in to create the art. I'll
Hmm.
sit there for
And then
like
it just
two
starts
hours, and
creating.
I'm just like building,
So you got
generating,
a whole
whatever you
bunch
want
of
to call it.
pictures, a whole bunch of
Yes,
generated
yes,
AI. Nice.
Yeah,
yes.
and it's like $10 a month where you can just like make unlimited pictures, which is pretty cool.
Really. So what do you do? So what do you think about like real art versus AI? Like, do you think it's like taking
Oh,
That's a
this
good
is a big
over?
deal
question.
to Jaime.
So because I like comic books so much, Tanisha, I appreciate real artists' work, and
Yeah.
I can appreciate AI generated art, but I would never want to learn that a piece of work was was pawned off as an original artist's work, and I bought that with it. I would be livid. I'd be livid.
Do you
And
think that
so
it could be easy, like hard for you to tell if that happened?
So here's the thing. I've thought about that, and I've attempted to generate some art based on some of my favorite artists,
Yeah.
and it doesn't do it right. And
Oh,
so,
it does that. It's like a little
but
glitch.
that doesn't mean much because I could just not be telling it to generate it in the right way.
Hmm.
But I like to say the artists that I like, I know their art, and if I got faked out from an AI one, I'd be like, bravo. I still don't want it, but bravo.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a
Have you
little bit
seen
of
the
everything.
AI text?
No. Oh goodness.
There's like there are crazy stories that people write now using AI, and if you were to read it, you would not even guess that a computer generated it.
Really?
Yeah, one of my buddies, he sent me his son sent me a story. I didn't know
Hmm.
it was a story his son had generated through AI. And I'm all over here bawling my eyes out because
Thinking
as
it's
much
like
as I
a
love to
real
talk,
human.
I love to read. It was a good story. And he goes, "You just read an AI story generated by AI." And I was like, "Shut up. Don't you ever do that to me." So,
Wow. Oh
That's
it's
goodness.
funny.
intense. It's
It
intense.
is
Well, Jaime,
intense.
would you like to stay in for the interview, or are you gonna get going?
I got about 20 minutes. I can
Yeah.
stay for at least 20 minutes.
Yeah, well, you're gonna love all the cool stuff that Tanisha does. So you'll be actually. I was
Oh, I'm
gonna
excited.
when I was gonna send a message. I was gonna see this. Would your wife would have loved this one too. So that's why I also was thinking about it.
Ooh.
So
So that means you're in the mental health field already. I can tell that much.
no, so Tanisha is a
Ooh.
creative entertainer,
Oh, that okay.
educator, and she's been doing it for obviously like 3 years because she's what 23, 24, and
Okay.
so yeah, no, on her thing it says been doing this for decades. I feel like I can say I've been rapping for decades, which is sad. It makes me sad inside, but I love it. I love the idea. But yeah, no, and you have a new book coming out. So, but first
Yeah.
thing when I asked you about
Congratulations.
when
Thank
I asked you
you.
about what we could do for a better year, you said do more with what you love. Do more of what you love with your gifts. Explain
Yeah.
why that would make a better year, Tanisha.
Oh my goodness. Is it Scouty? Like how
Yes,
am I Scouty?
Scout
Scouta.
da.
Okay.
Or you can just say
Scouta.
most people just call me Scout.
Scout. Okay. I just want to
Yeah,
make sure I'm saying it right.
yeah,
So
Scout. Just
listen.
say Scout or
Okay.
Jason.
Scout. Scout. Let it. Okay. Now I got it. Okay.
Now
Listen.
I
So
got that
it
song
is
running.
for me, right? It's like in your head now. So, like, having a better year, like creating, having a better year every single day, little by little. I think you use what you got, like in your back pocket. I think everything that you have, like naturally, like, tell me your name again.
Mine?
No, yeah, yours, yeah.
J Pineapples.
Jay Pineapples, you like to talk. I can tell you like to talk. You use that gift. I mean, you know what I mean? And the right crowd is gonna want to listen to you. As well as, Scott, like you're with this rapping, you're speaking, like you're talking, like it's so hilarious. It's so cool to just come in and see people like already walking in their genius, like doing what they love to do. It's easy, right? It's like fun. It's no work at all. Right. I mean, of course, yeah, you got to get everything together. He's like, where's all your co-hosts and da 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 da. But you have it down so well that, I mean, if you had to run solo, I mean, you got this, right? So it's like using what you have naturally is it doesn't feel like work, and it makes you to have a better life, a better day, because you're not
Mm,
stressing. It's not like you have to go and like learn. Of course you do have to refine what you have, right, to become better, to become skilled, to become an expert thought leader, all those good things. But if you start off with what you have, what you love, and you refine those natural gifts and you cultivate them, the world is yours. And so for me, a little bit of background about me. So I told you, like, I did like a little rapping. So I'm an edutainer, right? But and I'm going in. I don't know if you want to ask me questions or if I'm just talking, but how do
I
you want
love
to
it.
you're
do this?
you're
Tanisha,
going
I
what you
love learning about people and hearing them talk more than me. So if you don't
Oh,
talk, I talk. You see, like I'm
I
doing
love
now? So I
that.
appreciate learning about you.
and me. I'm
Mm-mm.
just going to talk about me for the whole time because this is my show, and so I don't. I'm not here for anybody else other than me.
Yeah. I'm here to promote my
But
book, but I
no,
want to.
keep going. Here we go.
Yeah. Okay. So for me as an edutainer, like I am like a total creative head. Like my mission, like I am a global innovator, right, for the 21st. No, I don't even say 21st century. Like I'm a global innovator, and I'm here to impel people to use their natural gifts and talents to do what they love, so they can start a business from home or continue their job, but just do what they love within their job or within whatever they're doing so they can help other people out, because it's like your gift, right? Your natural talents. And it's not you for you, like it's not for you, it's for other people. That's why it's a gift. And so like I gotta tell you, like back in the day when I'm little, like you scout, like you remind me so much of, like I don't know who's older, but anyway, you remind me so much of me, because I'm gonna share. So like back in the day, like speaking and teaching and just different things like that, like talking. So like when I was little, right? Like I would used to rap like all the time. Like I had this rap group, go back, it was called Skins, Skills Created in Nubian Sisters, and we had cousins. And so we had developed this whole rap group. We would go out, we would perform, we would have all these different outfits. Like we would open up for shows like Lauryn Hill and like Outkast, like just different groups, like we were like up and up. Like if TLC, if the world, if we had digital like back then, like we would be famous. Like you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So we were just like loving to just be out there talking, use our like natural talents wherever we could. And so we would all just like hang out and do what we love. But apart from that, I loved acting. And that was like one of my favorite things, like acting and speaking and talking. So anytime that I could, like I would just like create these like little skits and little plays, and I would just like put them on the, do you guys remember tape recorder, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So I would take these tape recorders and I would just like the ones that you can push, like the big ones, right? And I would just like I'd have like one tape and I would like create this whole story, and I would like make these bird sounds like, and then I would like make the person, Henry darling, come in the room because we have so many things to do. And then I would go ahead and I would push the button for the guy. Oh darling, I told you she couldn't go right now. And then I would just like change it, and I would like make this whole like production on this one tape. And it would just be like my voice is like doing this whole, it would be like a 15-minute little blurb. And I was just like, and then I would like take the whole tape and I would like play it in front of my family. It's like, oh my gosh, Tanisha, like that's so cool. Like do it again, do it again. So I would like pause that and then go from the next. And I would have like all these stories that I would make with all these different voices and characters. And I would just like do it all the time until like I got a little bit older, and I was like, hey, I love like radio. And went to school. And I was like, I'm gonna study like communications because like I like to talk like you. And I was like, I might as well, like, and everybody's like, Tanisha, you talk too much. Like, it's like there's not that much to talk about. And so I was like, somebody's gonna listen one day. And so I would just, like create like I would go and like go to school for communications, and I would like, I wonder what the radio is all about. And so I would like get on like, hey, what's up? Today's music is da 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 da. Or I would try to do the news, like today's nightly news brought to you by, and I would just make up all these things like from back in childhood. And I would put them all together because it was something that I really liked. And I would use those to like leverage my skills to actually get into those areas. And so like I was able to like be in radio for years. I would do like the background in like acting and music and like television. And then I got into like the writing. I was like, I have to figure out how to package this, because if this comes so natural to me, if this comes so easy to me, it doesn't feel like work. Then I've got to tell people, like, if you have something that comes so easy and so natural and something that you love, when you do the work, when you cultivate, when you refine it, yes, you're going to be putting in hours, but it's like you're going to want to wake, like you don't even need an alarm clock when you are in
Hmm.
love with what you do. You're not even going to want to like sleep. You're going to not wait till the next morning and be like, oh my gosh, I can't wait until I do this next podcast with all these 10 people that I have, because it's so fun. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
apart from like your job or your everyday thing that you have to do, it's like this is something that I love, whether it's in, marketing, whether if you're an engineer, whether if you're a doctor, whatever it is, if you love it, do more of it. And like it's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. It's like breathing. And whatever you can do that's easy for you, that's like breathing, will definitely make you a better person. It will make the world a better place. It'll make your life better, because it's nothing like being an original. It's nothing like being you and not trying to be like anybody else, because like I said, you'll step into your lane, you'll step into your genius, and people will love it. Like the right crowd will love you. It doesn't matter like what other people think. It's just like, do you walk in what you love, and the world will lay out the red carpet. So I
That
know there was like a lot, and
no, no. you
crumble, but
answered all my you answered like 3 questions I had, which was like,
really.
did you actually have a real job? Because like I dream, right? But I never was able to
I
figure
think
out the
that
money
sounded
part.
better in your head than it did when you said it, Jason.
Okay. No, no.
Oh,
No, did you have any actual like did you have a job you didn't like is what I meant. Like
oh my gosh.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What was one?
Yes. Listen, no, listen. So I have this like in my book. Okay,
I see you're
so
saying no.
yeah, I was just trying to understand, make sure I understood what you said. Okay, so listen. Oh, okay. Jobs. Okay, so one thing that like is not like totally for me is like answering like I can do like the phone talking and all that, but like telemarketing,
Oh,
like selling, like
oh
I'm
my
like a
God.
good seller. Like I can sell, like I've worked at stores where I sold, different phone products, but just like the marketing and reading the script and hi, how are you? Well, thank you so much for buying this product. Now
Yeah.
we have, it's just like,
Oh,
things like
yeah.
that are kind of redundant and overwhelming, like not a little flexibility, but you're like strictly script. It's not that I didn't earn the skills because those like marketing skills like help me to elevate my natural gifts and talents, but like in those realms, it's just like uh, so it's not like the funnest jobs that I've liked, and I've also had like a lot of let's see here. Oh, yeah, I think
What?
about those would have to be like some of the main jobs that are kind of like just like
And I'm right there with you. To me,
yeah,
like telemarketing slash call center type
call centers.
jobs. Oh my God. Like to me, that's the
But I
bottom.
respect it. But I respect
You,
it for those that
yeah.
are doing it. I respect it because you
But
have
for
to understand.
me, like
Mhm.
that is the bottom of the barrel for me. I'm like you. I respect it. I think it's built for some people. I think the college students should love that type of work because it's just easy money, right?
Yeah.
But for me, if I did end up in a call center once or twice.
Mhm.
Whew.
It's, I mean, like I said, I mean, I'm not like, no, I wouldn't want to do it. But if I had to do it, like I would do it. Like, and I get it. I
Mhm.
don't know. It's just like the bottom of the barrel because people love, like some people like absolutely like thrive in it. You know what I
They
mean? I'm just
do,
like,
right?
you really like made all these
Yeah.
calls and I
They're
didn't
like, this
even
is my
get like
jam.
everybody's hanging up on
18
me.
years
And
doing this. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
yes. So I respect it. Like I totally respect it because like that might be their gift. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just like,
I,
whoa. So yeah, there's been jobs that I'm like,
so
no,
I
I can't.
love part of the message you were saying earlier. So please don't take my silence as not being interested because you're saying like all the right things. And it's like, I love how, okay, first thing, I think there needs to be more people that speak about the stuff that you're talking about because I think people we're so good at hearing our own negative thoughts that we
Hmm.
believe them well enough, right? But when you think about it, you're like, man, the pie is huge.
Oh,
You can go out there and get a piece of that, even if it's a small piece of it. And the scale of things, that's going to make you a nice chunk of change.
oh,
But you just
definitely.
have to have that, you've got to be able to just put that stuff away. You know what I'm saying? Like what you're
Hmm.
saying. Like I love that I'm in this window with the two of you, for example, because
Hmm.
Jason is one of those people, right? Jason is someone who he is doing what he's loved, and let me
Yeah.
phrase it, he's doing and has done what he's loved to
Hmm.
do.
Yeah.
So he defines his life as that joy that he is and does,
Hmm.
right? And
Right.
that's one of the things I respect and love most about him is that he
Good.
he is doing what he loves to do and he stands by it. Hearing you talk, where's my hand? Hearing you talk
Yeah.
over here,
Right place. Right
Hmm.
place.
you are the same way. You're talking about the things that you love and putting your heart into, and it's almost like it's not about what we get out of it. It's that we just instead of consuming, we want to create and put into it. And there's always going to be haters, but there's always going to be lovers. And if you don't do it, you don't know, you're not reaching that audience, like you said earlier. You don't
Right.
know that the audience that's out there is going to support you. The community that's out there, there
Yeah.
is room for you. There is room for you.
Yeah.
And I love that part of your message. And I wish people would hear that more because, the, 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 um, the unsung successful stories because they were sold out that they couldn't be
Yeah.
successful. It's like, man, what this world could have had if they had just stepped out, right?
Yeah. And I've got to add something to that. So, like, I don't know if you ever heard that story, like Les Brown, or like there's a couple of like motivational speakers that have said like the richest space in the world is the graveyard because there are songs that have never been written, there are books that have never been, or songs that have never been sang, books that have never been written, and all these different things. And so it's just like I think a lot of times in our life we all have like this urge, this childhood thing, like something that we always loved to do when we were little, right? But I think well meaningful adults, good people, friends, families have kind of talked us out of it or saying, hey, you're too old for that, or, you've got to do this, you've got to do that. Of course, you have to take your responsibilities. You got to get your job. You got to do that. But the thing is that the thing that you love is going to always nag. It's going to always tug at
Mhm.
you. I don't care what field you're in.
Hmm.
When you lay your head down in the middle of the night and you go to bed, it's still going to be something like, what if I did this? I mean, it never goes away. Like, I don't care
Hmm.
what anyone says. It never really goes away. And the thing is if you just start on something that you love little by little and add value to people, because when you're crafting, when you're cultivating what you love, and when you're doing what you love, you're also refining what you have, but you're adding value. So you're not actually seeking that monetary yet, because your gift will make room. Like, it'll bring in eventually it's going to come. People are going to see, you are going to make waves. It's going to happen. It's just if you keep walking, if you never give up. Like my book is called Power Soul, and it's awaken your gifts, ignite your purpose, and manifest your dreams. And that's all to help creative, innovative entrepreneurs and everyday leaders just like you to be able to tap into their natural gifts, to actually walk in and operate in their soul mission, which is calling them to do what they love so they can create and start something right from home. Like, it doesn't take, you don't need a whole team to start off with. You just need an idea. You just need to know
Hmm.
what you love, what you're good at, and then get the help to like help you to like get it out there
Yeah.
and push it. But
So I'm in this program right now, and one of the things that I teach in it is they call it, they have a fancy name for it, but it's basically having confidence in yourself, right?
yeah.
That's essentially what it's about. And I
Hmm.
tell people all the time, because a lot of people in this program, they're worried about memorizing, and I'll be honest, it's nothing fancy. It's a cybersecurity program.
Hmm.
So take with that what you will. But a lot of people are worried about memorizing the information in the program. And one thing that I noticed from so many people is it's like and I keep telling them, it's not about memorizing all this stuff. It's about mastering it. And mastery is not the same thing as memorization. Anyone can memorize, the script or words or whatever, but if you're
Hmm.
not mastering it, that means whenever something comes at you, you can redirect that and point it in the same, redirect it back at them
Yeah.
with that methodology and mindset, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like the same thing here, which what I hear you saying. It's like you could go and do your 8 to 5. That's fine. Someone can stifle your dream, even. That it is what it is. But if you don't learn to, and this is the part where I'd kind of say, in addition to what you're saying, if you don't learn to take that step out there, if you don't learn to just push a little bit and be like, you know what, maybe you are right. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I will fail. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and try it and see
Hmm.
and see.
Right.
Because if you
Definitely.
don't, you know what I mean? Because if it's one thing to hear it and trip yourself up before, it's another altogether when you actually put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Because that's what we always hear, right, guys.
Yeah.
Like, you
Hmm.
hear people who say, like, you know it's not like I was just an overnight sensation. You don't
Yep.
hear about the 1,000 rejections I got
A
before I
thousand.
got that one, and that
Right.
just happened to be one that was the maker, right? And
Yep.
so it's like,
No is
yeah,
just another way to find a yes. And those after those rejections, after rejections. So yeah, it's, I love that. I love that you
yeah.
mentioned that. That's so important.
So tell
That's
me about your book more. So you said it was called Power Soul, right?
Yes.
Where was
yes.
tell us a little bit about it and then the inspiration for it.
Yes. So a little bit about my book is actually working on this. So it's built off of a framework, and so some of the things that it's built off of is mindset. Because again, mindset is so important. Because if you don't think you can do it, if you are feeling like, okay, I'm too this, I'm too that, it's too late for me, then those limiting beliefs are going to keep you stuck. But my book helps you to crush those limiting beliefs and work
Ooh.
on your mindset so that you are able to walk into what is for you. And then once you're able to do that, then you can start to actually identify what your gift is. So we're going to get clarity on
Mm.
what it is that you're actually good at. And it doesn't take rocket scientists, it just takes a little bit of thinking, getting quiet with yourself, and being real exactly what you love. And then when you're able to do that, then you're able to actually start to refine it. Because you're going to have to put some hours in it. That's the rejection. You're putting yourself out there. You're getting the no's. People saying, oh, no, we need someone with more experience. Da, 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 da. You're like, oh, man. But you love it, right? Like you're going to still do it because you're mastering it. You're mastering it every day. You're practicing. You're working on it. Nights and hours, how they say, like you put 1,000 hours, how many hours ever it is that you need to do to become the expert thought leader, whatever it is that you're going to become the best at what you're good at, and you're not worried about anyone else. You're being original at what you're good at. And then when you're on your own lane, there's no competition. Like there's none. There cannot possibly be competition when you're on your own lane doing your own thing because you're original. And once you have that, then you're able to begin to manifest, and that's when you're taking it out there. You're presenting your gifts to the world. You're showing up for yourself. You're doing reps after reps. You're connecting with people. You're building your network, and you're starting from home. You're starting the basics. So I go through a lot of that, and that's kind of like how my book helps you to become that power soul, to operate in your soul mission of who you really are, your natural gifts and talents, to do more of what you love. So you're awakening them, you're igniting them, and you're manifesting. And the inspiration that I got from it is like, again, being a little girl and saying, this is what I want to do this for the rest of my life. Like, when you're little, you don't think about money, but you think about what you love, right? So you're like, oh man, if I can
Yep.
just get on this
Yep.
stage, if I can do this, and I'm still excited. Like I feel like I'm the best at what I do. I don't like nobody can like. Why did I get that role in the movie? Like I could have did that better. But I mean, it's at the same. It's just like you have so much confidence in like your skills and your gifts, and you want everybody to win. And that's the thing, like when you're good at what you do, you want people to know like, hey, you got this thing too. Like you got to awaken this thing. And because it's not just for you, that gift, remember, is to be given. And so when you can spread
Mm.
the love, and when you inspire others, when you inspire yourself, when you start to get motivated, others get inspired, and others want to do the same thing. And so that's kind of like the inspiration that started for me. And then my dad always told me, like, you can be what you want to be, just put your mind to it. Like when we were growing up, like our dad like had us to always like we always had to like be creative. And so like every single day was like a stage. Like, hey, what do you love to do? Let's start a business. Let's do this. And so we came from a family of entrepreneurs. And so it was always do what you love, do what you love, do your
Yeah.
business, like work, get your job, go to school. But this, you are going to have a business at 5 years old. You're going to, so that's kind of like my inspiration, if that kind of like
It's
helps.
so
Oh,
funny. So Tanisha, my wife is African American, right? And
mhm.
so we have Afro Latinos as daughters. Everything you said is that's how it runs in the house too, right? The
Yeah.
the girls, I have teens now, but
Mhm.
since they were itty bitty, they have always been told you will be an entrepreneur. Whatever
Yeah.
you're doing, you're just going to have this also. Don't
Right.
go working for someone to do it. You be the one at the
Mhm.
top and do it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so from a young, we had our very first LLC, Pina Pizzazz, when the
Eh,
girls were like 5 years old, 5 and 6, five, around that age.
yeah.
And so we sold little charms, earrings, necklaces, all with little pineapple things. So J
Nice.
Pineapples is a play on my name. My last name is
Mhm.
Pina,
Oh,
which is a
cool.
pineapple in Spanish. And
Yeah.
so we used to sell little jewelry and trinkets and charms, and all the money was for the girls' LLC, the Pina Pizzazz.
That's
So,
awesome. I love
so that's
that.
so funny that you say, yeah, yeah,
Pina
that's so
pizzazz.
cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Um,
That's
you were
amazing, man.
saying
I think
about
about
giving.
I'm a my turn.
Sorry.
Oh, yes, please. Oh,
I
yeah,
love
go
when
ahead.
you go. I love when you go. But I know that you. How long did it take you to get to the book? Like, do you feel like the book's like your magnum opus, like your biggest thing? 'Cause it sounds like it. It sounds like this is like your dream. You've been doing this, like you've been building for this your whole life. Is that kind of? Am I feeling that? Is that what's happening here?
Well,
Just asking.
so to be honest, so this is my second book, right? So I wrote my
Okay.
first book, and it's kind of like, as a self-published author. it's kind of like my awakening stage. Like, okay, live your truth, do what those things. And then I got to the point where, like, I know I have all these things, but I want to build a business. I want to be as a thought leader. Like, I want, and so a lot of times in the world, like, you can start off with different things. So I can use my gift to open doors, and I can also have you with the physical thing, a book, and I can put it in your hand, and I can coach you, and I can help you. So the book is helping me bring it all together. Do you see? So it's kind of like, well, how can I reach more people? I mean, I can talk to kids at, in the hood. Then I can go to a corporation and say, hey, these are some of the steps that can help you to become, I can, whatever it is, whatever I need to be in those times, I can do it. But I'm saying this book is going to connect all people. And then from that, I have coaching programs that are standing up for my book, and and working on the academies and different things like that, so that people can it's just kind of like putting everything together, so that builds off of my business. So that
Awesome.
kind of helps me to have something physical in people's hands.
Yeah, no, my buddy,
Let's
he
start.
does coaching, and he has 3 books, and that's exactly what he builds them for.
Nice.
And so he can
Yeah.
actually, because he actually coaches Latin lawyers.
Really?
That's his niche, niche.
Latin
But he
lawyers?
Latin lady Latin lawyers, like literally what he does.
Oh
Oh, I
wow,
remember that
that's
guy. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and so
that's
He
that's
was
cool.
cool.
literally that's his job. Now he does a lot of other things, but his
Yeah.
main coaching is what he helps women Latin lawyers build their business and become more secure in what they do.
Yeah. Oh wow, that's
And so,
awesome.
Hey
and
everyone, I am
And that's
so sorry.
unique.
I do have to leave. Tanisha,
All
it
right.
was such a pleasure listening to
Yeah, it was a
you.
pleasure
I
meeting
will
you.
come back later and listen to the end so I can hear what y'all did rest and the rap part. But
Yeah.
it was such a pleasure, Tanisha. Jason, thank you so much for letting me hang out with y'all for the little bit that I got to, okay?
Yeah, and
thank
then
you
you
so
can
much,
grab my
man.
book. He'll probably give you some information, but it's on my website. So
Oh, yes,
you can,
I
yeah,
will
it's going
get
to
it.
be
I
open
will
out
get it. I
24.
promise.
Yes.
That, yeah.
Okay.
Make sure you post that, Jason, okay?
Yes.
All right. Yes,
All
I
right.
will.
Thanks,
Okay,
guys.
cool.
Y'all have a great
Thank
night.
you. You too.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.